Welcome back to Black and Gold. Today it's time for us to turn the show over to you, the fans.
It's time for our fan sound-off segment. We've asked about how injuries at this point in the season could change the whole dynamic of the game. We've certainly been seeing that all over the NFL.
The key is getting to the quarterback and stopping their run with Mixon. So I think that's going to be one of the biggest keys, is to contain their running game, and hopefully, I think Minkah might be back next week. So we'll see. Hopefully, that's the case.
Well, I know Tomlin's always going to say, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. You got the same. It's NFL. You got to be, the best of the best, and so pretty much you're going to probably have the same exact attitude in there, and probably hard-nosed football and go, make some big plays, make some big hits, and it doesn't matter who's at quarterback. They're going to play the same way they always play.
I think as long as our pass rush is still there, getting to the quarterback is going to be key, and I think they're really going to miss Joe Burrow down the stretch.
I think the Steelers need to stick to the run game and keep the defense off the field, because having so many injuries on the defense, we really need to just keep the ball on the ground and keep it out of the other team's hands.
Great stuff, guys. Now it's time for our Black and Gold Today Fans of the Week. The Borelli family from good old Glassport, Pennsylvania. Brothers Joe and Lou and 6 family members and friends all traveled this past weekend to watch the Black and Gold take on the Cleveland Browns. The Borellis are lifelong Steelers fans and season ticket holders for nearly 40 years. That's big time. Remember, if you'd like to be nominated for a fan or fans of the week, or nominate somebody hit up our Black and Gold Today Facebook page. We'll check it all out. It's time once again to go tailgating with Jess and see what she's got in store for us this week.
That's right. For those who can't get enough of their delicious Thanksgiving feast, Jess will show us how to take those leftovers and turn them into a tasty tailgate dish for everyone to enjoy.
Hey Steelers fans, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving with your family. On Tailgating with Jess every year, I try to repurpose that turkey into something new, and we came up with Southwest egg rolls. They're going to be really, really good, and a good way for you to use up that leftover turkey. Minimal ingredients as always. We have some egg roll wrappers, some shredded mild cheddar, a little bit of taco seasoning, that leftover turkey, you can use white, dark, whatever you want, black beans, and rotel, which is just tomatoes and chilies. All right, so now all we have to do is put everything together, mix it up, and put it in these egg rolls. So we're just gonna dump everything right here into our containers. Take some of these chilies and tomatoes. Those chilies give it a little bit of heat. Mix that in there, drain off some of that liquid. Since we're putting them in the egg rolls, we don't want it to be too soggy in there. Black beans, be as generous as you want here. In some recipes, the main ingredient is the black beans, so you can go pretty heavy on those. Taco seasoning, I use a teaspoon to a tablespoon depending on your flavor. And then a nice handful of shredded cheese. Probably want to do about half a cup of that. And then you're just going to mix everything together. Now the toughest part is just to assemble these egg rolls, which isn't very tough at all. You're not going to put them down like a square, you're going to put it down like a diamond. Make sure you have all those ingredients in there to lay into the middle. And then you kind of fold it like an envelope. Fold the sides in, the bottom in. See how it kind of looks like an envelope? And then you just make sure all that stuffing's in there. You keep rolling, keep it tight, but be careful because sometimes they can rip. All right, the next step is to cook them. Now you can fry them on a pan with oil. I tend to bake these, and the trick is to coat them with cooking spray on the top and on the bottom, and then you bake them on 375 for 15 minutes. That's great, they crisped up, got a little bit of brown on the outside there. So you can use all of your leftover turkey for an item like this and completely repurpose it to have it not taste like potatoes and stuffing in the whole dish. But outside of season, if you don't have turkey, you can always use chicken in these as well. Hope you enjoy them. Go Steelers!
All right, not to be dramatic, but I will never look at leftovers on Thanksgiving the same again, because that's
a great way to repurpose that, and that sounds delicious. I'm going to have to try that because I have a ton of stuff left over from
I'm running to the store right now. Thanks, as always, to Jess Ryan. She is our favorite here on the show.